In a dramatic turn of events that sent shockwaves through the F1 paddock, Liam Lawson's Formula One future is teetering on the edge as Red Bull's notorious cutthroat driver system shows no mercy. Once touted as a rising star, Lawson's current form has painted a far grimmer picture. His demotion from the senior team and an underwhelming stint with Racing Bulls have left critics and insiders questioning whether he'll even see out the 2025 season. The situation has only intensified as young rookie Isack Hadjar has already scored points in his debut campaign, a feat Lawson has failed to match, suggesting the Kiwi may not be the long-term investment Red Bull had hoped for. With every Grand Prix that passes, the gap between expectation and delivery for Lawson widens, and the brutal nature of Red Bull's development ladder leaves little room for sentiment. Adding fuel to the fire is the impressive resurgence of Isack Hadjar, who initially stumbled with an embarrassing formation lap crash, but has since recovered spectacularly, scoring twice and turning heads in the Red Bull garage. Hadjar's calm, composure, pace, and ability to learn circuits quickly have reportedly caught the eye of helmet Marko, who praised the Frenchman's mentality and consistency. The early impression Hadjar is leaving mirrors the kind of performances Red Bull expects from its future stars. This impressive bounce back from adversity has not only elevated Hadjar's status in the paddock, but also indirectly worsened Lawson's position, as the French rookie now embodies the momentum and potential Red Bull wants in its feeder drivers. In an environment where second chances are rare, Hadjar's rise may become the very reason Lawson is replaced sooner than expected. Juan Pablo Montoya, the outspoken former F1 veteran, has joined the chorus of concern, stating plainly that Lawson's time might be up if he doesn't produce results soon. Drawing from experience and blunt in delivery, Montoya emphasized that Red Bull operates with ruthless efficiency, noting that if Liam doesn't improve, don't be surprised if Lindblad gets the seat. His comments echo a wider sentiment in the F1 community, that Red Bull won't hesitate to shuffle its driver, line up mid-season if someone isn't meeting expectations. Montoya's remarks are a chilling reminder of how the pressure within this high-stakes environment can crush careers before they properly take off. When such seasoned voices start doubting your longevity in the sport, the writing may already be on the wall for the driver in question. Racing toward Lawson's seat is the highly celebrated Red Bull Jr., Arvid Lindblad, whose meteoric ascent through the ranks has generated enormous buzz. Having become the youngest winner of an F2 race, Lindblad's raw speed, maturity, and clean racecraft have caught the full attention of Red Bull's talent scouts and decision-makers. Helmut Marko, never shy in his evaluations, has been open about the fact they're not looking for the next Verstappen, but for a new champion. And in Lindblad, he sees that promise. Lindblad's performances haven't just impressed on paper. They've sparked serious internal discussions about fast-tracking him into F1, potentially by as early as 2025. In a system built to promote youth and performance over loyalty or tenure, Lawson's more seasoned experience may ironically become his liability. Red Bull's track record with driver development offers little hope for comfort. Pierre Gasly and Alex Albon were both fast-tracked and then swiftly removed when performance didn't match projection. Red Bull operates like a pressure cooker, where momentum is everything and stagnation equals dismissal. Even a short run of poor form can be enough to seal a driver's fate. Lawson, unfortunately, finds himself caught in this dangerous cycle, with every uneventful race feeding speculation about his potential exit. Unlike other teams that may nurture struggling talent, Red Bull's approach is built on immediacy, which means Lawson doesn't have the luxury of long-term development unless he starts delivering today. On the psychological front, sources suggest that Lawson's confidence has taken a substantial hit. Helmut Marko himself referenced that the Red Bull situation had dealt a strong blow to Lawson's liver, a cryptic yet telling indication of the mental toll this journey has taken. In a sport where mental resilience is just as critical as technical skill, Red Bull's system offers little empathy. While Lawson's previous exploits in DTM and Junior Series showed grit, the current environment leaves no room for mental recovery. Periods. If he doesn't turn it around almost immediately, Red Bull will move on, as it always has. His own team boss has made that process sound like an inevitability, not a possibility. Compounding the scrutiny is the lingering controversy from last season when Lawson was handed the Red Bull drive over Yuki Tsunoda. A significant portion of fans and analysts believed Tsunoda had earned the shot, making Lawson's selection controversial. From the start, this pressure has only mounted since his demotion, as many now point to his struggles as validation that Red Bull backed the wrong driver. Internally, Red Bull thrives on driver competition, and the perception that Lawson was prematurely promoted adds a layer of tension that could influence how quickly the team is willing to replace him. It's not just about form anymore, it's about narrative and justification. The internal fight for Lawson's seat has narrowed down to two names: Arvid Lindblad and Isack Hadjar. Both young, fast, and highly rated, they represent the future Red Bull is eager to tap into. Lawson now finds himself sandwiched between the proven potential of Hadjar and the high ceiling of Lindblad, making it almost impossible for him to justify his spot based on current performance. Every time Hadjar outqualifies him or Lindblad wins an F2, the argument for Lawson's retention weakens. In Red Bull's data-driven environment, this isn't about loyalty, it's about results. And right now, Lawson is on the losing end of every metric. Even more concerning for Lawson is the emerging possibility that Red Bull might not even wait for the end of the season to make a change. Lindblad has already conducted TPC testing with the team, and should he continue his form, Red Bull could opt to bring him in early, mimicking previous mid-season swaps. This isn't speculation, it's the Red Bull playbook. If history is any guide, Lawson may not get the full year to prove himself. The pressure cooker is already on, and without significant points soon, his tenure could abruptly end, marking a brutal but not unfamiliar chapter in Red Bull's F1 legacy. Finally, as this saga unfolds, the question looms larger than ever. Are we witnessing the final stretch of Liam Lawson's F1 journey? The stakes are enormous, and with Red Bull looking for a long-term solution for its junior squad, Lawson's dwindling form combined with Lindblad's rise paints a grim picture. Red Bull's intentions are clear. They're building a pipeline, not preserving reputations. And with the possibility of Hadjar also making a leap, Lawson might find himself not just out of a seat, but out of the sport. As fans debate the fairness of it all, the reality remains unchanged. In Formula One, and especially in Red Bull's world, only results matter. Lawson's window is closing fast, and unless something changes, the next name on the grid might be Arvid Lindblad.